Nicole and Craig. We've come along to Leven, but originally we had planned to go to Tayport. We arrived there, the heavens opened and it rained on us, driving winds and torrential rain. So we've come here to Leven and we found a bit of sunshine. Now let's go and see what we can find.
So we've come along to Leven because we'd actually planned on going to Tayport, and the minute we got there, torrential rain started. There's been a storm last night, not a named storm, but nonetheless quite a lot of bad weather, a lot of strong winds and torrential rain. And what we've seen here today is we've come down to Leven and there's all this scree all the way along the beach in an area that we don't normally see it. What do you think? Is that kind of positive?
Yay, scree! Lots of scree!
Yeah, it's quite unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. That's very promising, and we don't have much time because the tides are coming in, so let's go!
Yeah, and it could start absolutely hammering down at any moment whatsoever. So, let's see what we can find in amongst all this scree. Well, actually, it's quite funny. If you watch over there, you probably don't see it, but there's a crow there and it has a shellfish. It's going to throw it down right now. It's trying to break the shellfish open. I hope you can see that. That's so cool. Right, anyway, love crows, got love crows. Nicole's pointing over here, but I don't know why.
I saw, there. I saw a piece of seafoam sea glass there, and it's just hiding right behind this stone. Look, it's right there, and I think that might be perfect, because we're doing another wee art project today and we need quite a few pieces of sea glass.
Well, we'll be having that. Now, I think I'm facing into the wind, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around in just a second. Maybe what we should do... Oh, Nicole's found something. What is it?
No, oh. I'm getting blown away by the wind.
Yeah, it's quite... There is a wee bit of power in that wind today. I think what I'm going to do is I think we'll walk up to the end of the street and then come back this way. What do you reckon?
Yeah, because that's where we're going to get cut off first.
Okay, let's do that then. No, we're not quite up to the end there yet, and already my eyes are streaming with the wind blowing in. Oh, hang on.
Tell me this is what I think it is. Just look there, but it might actually be something else.
No, I can't see, everything's blurry.
Alright.
Because
okay. Stand here.
I'm standing there.
Terracotta colour.
Oh, tell you what.
Yeah.
Do you know what? What do you think that is? Can you see what Nicole's found?
Yeah. You know, initially I thought that might be a clay marble, and now actually it is, isn't it?
Well, it's definitely a marble.
Yeah, and then I thought maybe it's one of these things that you put in plant pots because of the colour.
That's what I think.
Well,
I don't know if it is that or not.
I'm going to say it's a marble.
Yeah, why not? We'll have a closer look at that in a minute. We'll see if we can see anything else along here. That's it, marble dance happening in the background.
You had to see it.
Right, we're going to need to get along here or we're never going to look. There's so much stuff. I don't mean like great stuff, at least I'm not seeing that at the minute. But just check this out.
Oh wow.
Absolute carnage here for these razor clams. If you look at the shells here today, it's just incredible.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've ever seen that many razor clams. I mean, we're even making a noise.
Yeah, as we walk over them. I'm actually seeing a few bucky shells as well. There's this one which is not desirable, but just over there, can you see it?
No. Oh, right.
Really nice bucky shell.
Oh, yeah.
Now I think we should grab that for the answer to the project.
Yep.
As always though, give it a wee tap, make sure nobody's home.
Nobody's home. Let's take you. Okay.
But you can see the extent of the stormy winds just by looking at all of these shells that have been washed up out of the water last night. And this was just last night. Now there's something else very cool that's been washed up out of the water as well. Can you see it?
I see a very large piece of glass.
It's a very large piece of glass. Nicole's right, it is in fact a very large piece of glass. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that probably was a cod bottle.
Yeah,
it's so thick.
Okay, so now I'm looking for the marble that went into that bottle.
And it wasn't the terracotta marble you already found.
No.
Now I think we're going to leave that because it's far too big. for anything that we might do.
Yeah, oh look at that. What is that? That's some sort of shell creature thing.
Is that like an eggy thing?
I think so. Yeah. Let's pick it up. I think it's really light. It's a wee bit weird to pick up. It's quite light. It's quite fascinating to look at. But I'm not going to take it. But I think it is very cool. So yeah, I just wanted to show you.
A whelk egg case.
Yes. And look, did you see the piece of pirate glass?
A pirate glass there.
Wow.
Oh, look what that is.
What is it? What is it?
It's hobbled. Home.
Yeah.
One day I'm just going to go back to saying, but home, instead of the silliness. What about that bit? Do you think that's worth taking?
No, that's a little bit too big. I know we're doing for an art project. I need smaller pieces. I'm also going to take that small.
A wee mini Bucky there, a wee baby Bucky.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
bless.
it's a bit broken.
But whilst Nicole's looking at that, I just saw this bit, and that's got a nice wee bit of sea glass. Oh, maybe, I don't know. What's that? Is it? It looks shiny on one side.
Actually.
It's recently been broken, I think, that bit.
Yeah.
But it's beautifully frosted on that side. It's definitely a bottleneck.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, we could take that. I'm planning on making some flowers with sea glass. So maybe we can take this bit then.
Now, as per usual, we've not even got to the end, and we've slowed down and started looking. But I mean, again, you know, just check out. I mean, we've got lots of different kinds of shells here today as well.
Yeah.
You know, we've got the mussel shells, we've got the razor clam shells. Is that, what's that? Is that, I forget what that's called. Yeah, I've said what it's called before on the channel, but you know, got these ones as well.
Yeah, we've got limpet shells here. That's a limpet shell. Loads of razor clams.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of razor clams is just shocking. It really is. And I think that the seabirds would have been having a real feast. And there's a big oyster shell. Is that an oyster shell? No, it's not an oyster shell.
No, it's a mussel shell.
It's a mussel shell?
It's a mussel shell.
What huge mussels we have here in Scotland.
Yeah.
Right, moving along. Oh, there's a nice bit of glass. Oh, it's not actually nice at all. It's smashed, it's got a sharp edge on it.
Oh.
I guess a lot of the glass, that looks like a sauce bottle to me.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of the glass that we're going to see today is going to be broken. Well, so here we are in this sea of seashells, a sea of seashells, and I've just seen this. Can you see it? It's right over there.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah, that's a block top neck. That is really cool. Let's turn it over. Okay, there you go. That's a really cool, very, very old bottleneck. I'll turn it over again because then you can maybe see there's a little line in there. I'm not sure that would have actually had a vulcanite stopper in it.
Do you think it's too old for a vulcanite stopper?
It could be, yeah.
I don't know.
Really cool.
Nicole seems slightly distracted. She's looking around the place just now. Looking at more of these little egg sac type things here. Here's something weird. What's that? It's a kind of gelatinous. You know, I think that may be part of a jellyfish.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's nice.
I don't know. I know that that's part of a tangerine.
Yeah.
But we're not looking for tangerines today.
No.
Not today. Anyway, I think what we should maybe do is just, as quick as we can, just get right up to the end there.
Yeah.
And we'll have a look and see what we can see. Now, this is for a special that I think you might all be looking forward to sometime in the new year. It's the vape special, and this is the Dayglow green vape.
Yep.
That's been here long enough to rust. Now, on the plus side, there's a really huge Bucky shell there as well. Do you want to see if that one's empty? Do you know what? Today is the day for Bucky shells. There's another one right in front there as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
Badly compromised.
Beautiful though.
What about this one though? How's this one doing?
Let's see. We'll get Bucky shell hunt. Oh, this one is perfect. That's a really, really nice one.
We just don't find Bucky shells in this frequency and in that kind of condition very often.
No, we usually find one maybe a month or so.
So we'll definitely take that. Now you can see lots of other shells. There's one down here that's one of Nicole's favourites to find. It's these wee shells.
Oh, that's
and that one's all bleached white.
Yeah.
Quite lovely.
I'm actually quite tempted to do something with shells, seeing that there are so many empty shells here today.
But what about something with the crab claw?
Oh.
Can you see the crab claw? Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, okay, that's so tempting.
Oh, these poor things must have been smashed about last night, something terrible, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor things. Whilst we were all in our beds, getting a good night's sleep. Another bucky shell there, absolutely
right.
smashed up. These poor wee beasties were getting knocked about in the sea. Now, we're still not quite at the end here. But you can see the tides coming in because this area is already flooded out. And yeah, obviously we're not going to look down there. I think what we should do at this point is we should just head back in the direction we came from.
Yeah, I think that's probably a really good idea because there's so many shells down there, and we're just going to collect maybe a handful or two on the way back to the car before the tides come in.
So many shells that Nicole has kind of almost changed her mind entirely and may now be doing something with shells. But do you know what? I've made another really classic find here.
Yeah, okay.
Now, I took my eye off it for a second and it's gone. I see where it is now. I see where it is now. There it is. It's not a star find, but I think you'll agree it's spectacular.
Yeah, it's certainly really amazing, and I think it might even beat this here. This one says enjoy something, enjoy life.
That's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, let's take these then.
Right, now, what we're going to do, we're going to make our way up the beach here. We're still looking for little bits of sea glass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought Nicole was going to say something there.
Yeah, no, and you nearly stepped on these two bucky shells.
Yeah,
I think they're both maybe broken.
They are,
they're
they're broken, look.
Yeah.
You could maybe blow it like a conch shell and we could call in the krakens. I think the krakens have been here by the looks of this. If you ask the shellfish at least. Now there's another one.
Oh wow.
I'll tell you something, this is really, oh that, look at that.
Oh, it's giant.
This is a day for
Buckies.
Bucky shells. Hello, hello Mr. Bucky. How are you in there? Miss Bucky? No Buckies, no Buckies here today.
Thank you.
So take that one and keep wandering about.
Okay.
Lots of mussel shells, lots of, I mean, tons and tons of these razor clam shells.
Yeah.
Not so much sea glass, you know, the sea glass has got to be underneath this.
Yeah, I think it's all buried. There's a big piece of pottery just here. There's nothing on it though.
I mean, there are, the sea glass that I'm seeing just now is this really chunky stuff.
Yeah.
It's big, it's very old looking. It's not the kind of sea glass that we typically find here.
No.
So clearly the storms of last night have really shugled up the beach. Certainly shugled up the wildlife, you can see that.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this beach so littered with shells.
Do you know, we have seen it littered with lots of debris before. So Nicole's just found another one of these.
Yeah, I'm going to take these two shells. I think they're going to be really nice, and maybe I can do a very quick shell box. I've got a very small box and I've got shells.
It's a matchbox size, folks, so just those two shells should cover it fine. Anywho, do you know, I don't think we're going to have a lot of luck here looking for sea glass. I mean, again, as I say, there's these big bits of pottery, I don't know what that is. There's another big bit of sea glass over there. And Nicole just spotted this wee bit. Maybe you can house that out from its
Past what
hiding
looks
space.
like a wishing stone there. Oh, it's not.
No, that was just mine.
Oh, that's quite big actually. Quite big and quite nicely shaped. There's another piece here. This looks like, oops, the very top of a bottleneck. So well, maybe we take the smaller piece.
Yeah.
And have a wee look around.
Let's have that. And as we're talking about this stuff, the water is creeping in upon us. I'll take a wee look up just now and you can see. In fact, I'm not sure if you have a reference point for this, but the water is now here, whereas before it was a wee bit further out that way. Anyway, where are we going to find sea glass?
I think maybe a little bit further to the edge, but have we checked out that bucky?
Oh, do you know what? It really is. I think this is the day where we may have to organise that trip. Now, grab that wee bottleneck.
Oh yes.
We'll have a look at that bucky in a minute, but there's another tiny wee bucky over here. I feel kind of bad seeing these wee bucky shells as well.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
that, because that is in perfect condition. Well, is it? Oh, somebody's trying to invade it. Look, it's got an invader.
Is it alive? No, it's
No,
not.
it's no. There's
empty.
still kind of bits on it, because you know, like all these birds. When you hear the bird song, right? This is why all these shells are empty. It's all these happy, well-fed seagulls
Thank you.
and crows as well.
Where's the big bucky here?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, there you go. We've got this big bucky as well. Look at that.
Ooh, that is really cool. Yeah, I think it's about time we go take that trip to Angela.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay, let's have that one then. Now, what do you fancy? Do you fancy just looking through this a little longer and then we'll go a little further down towards the water's edge there, or?
I think if we do want to look at the water's edge, we should probably go now because the water is coming in.
That's true, the water's edge is going to be beside us in a minute, unless we shift it. There's another huge chunky piece of glass. So as I say, up at this end of the beach, really all I'm seeing are these super huge chunky pieces that I firmly suspect are parts of old cod bottles and the like.
Yeah, and that explains partially why we do find a lot of marbles here. I'm going to take that red piece of plastic.
I've just seen this actually, yeah. If you could maybe grab that. There's a little bit of wire on the back end of that, so careful. Don't know where that goes.
Okay. It'll go in one of our art projects, I can tell you that already.
Okay, well, let's get down to the water's edge then, before the water's edge comes to reach us, because as if you'll remember, I just looked up a minute ago and the water was there, and now it's kind of a wee bit closer again. That huge piece of glass down here.
Wow.
I think you're right, we're probably going to find more glass as we go down. Now watch with this one though, because it's just broken.
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to leave that where it is, unless you want to grab it and take it off the beach to prevent wee doggies from getting hurt feet. We'll do that. There we go. Well, in the time that I've been filming a wee bit of B-roll here, this area has kind of flooded out. So we're going to need to move a little bit further back up the beach just now to see if we can find any cool sea glass finds. But I'm going to look at the ground as I move along, and with any luck we'll maybe find a nice glass marble to go with that nice terracotta marble that Nicole found. But as you can see, I mean, here as well, the ground is just strewn with all these seashells. Not so much glass. My guess is that the glass and any other finds are pretty much underneath all these seashells. What do you reckon? What's that red thing there? Is that plastic?
Oh,
What's that?
oh.
What is it?
What is it? What is it?
What is it?
The cookie glass.
I think that's plastic. Oh, hang on, that's glass.
Oh wow! Oh.
There was me saying there's nothing here, and then we find this. Now,
Okay.
that I think you can see, I hope you can see there's two layers there, very, very fine layer. Do you reckon that's cranberry glass, or?
Yeah. That's definitely a Victorian cranberry glass flash glass.
You can see the water's creeping up, just saying. Maybe you can take that, hold it up there, and we'll take a wee look at that.
Well, it looks like it's a really, really lovely a part of maybe a Victorian vase, and that's when we usually find small pieces of this. This must have been buried really deep on the beach, and probably unearthed by all these storms that have also given us all these shells today. So that's a really good find.
It's quite cool. I mean, it's too big, really, but we might be able to use it in some kind of art project or something.
Yeah,
With any luck, though, if we get our eyes back to the ground, we might find some little bits of it that are a wee bit more useful in an everyday sense.
Yeah, but I'm finding it relatively difficult to see anything apart from shells,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm honest.
Yeah, that was the weird thing about that cranberry glass, is that I'm just looking on the ground and going, shells, shells, shells. Oh, hang on, what's that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's shells galore, Shell City.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna take that white shell there. I think that would look really nice. This bit here. So that's a nice wee different shell.
Okay, dokes. Now, all of this, as you can see, are smashed up shells. So I think what we need to do is we need to get a little further up the beach in that direction to see if we can see anything that's maybe a little bit more glass-like and a little bit less shelly, shall we say. But what's this though? What is that?
So a stick. It's really a stick. Is it? Maybe it's like fiberglass or something.
It might be fiberglass. It might be, I suspect it is fiberglass actually.
Fishing rod?
It looks plastic, yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's a spear. Maybe it's a narwhal's tusk. We found a narwhal's tusk. Imagine that. What kind of clickbait would that be? Scottish mudlarking, finding narwhal's tusks.
I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a feel to it, hasn't it? It kind of does feel bony, but I think you're right. I think it's fiberglass or something.
It actually does feel very bony, so I'm definitely going to take it. Who knows? Maybe it's really old and a piece of bone or something. Or narwhal tusk.
Yeah, it's a narwhal's tusk. Folks, we found a narwhal's tusk. Now, where's the sea glass though? Where are the marbles? Where are the stoppers? Where are the beads?
They're all underneath here. We just need to dig. Did you bring the spade?
No, I certainly did not. I can tell you where the crows are though. There's crows and they're right in front of us. And we don't have any food with us today, so I won't be feeding the crows. But I do think we need to actually just stop here for the minute and get ourselves further up there. And just before we do, I'm wondering what that pink thing is. But you can watch the water's really starting to rush in now as well.
Right, yeah.
It's really starting to come in quite fast. It's hit a point where it's kind of crossed that point where it just sort of gently creeps up on you and it's going, I'm here! Now, where is that pink piece? Did it just get washed away?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Well,
There was me trying to save the world there, one wee pink piece of plastic at a time, and the sea goes and takes it away. Anyway, let's just try and stomp up the beach a wee bit faster here and see if we can get into areas like this area here where it's a little bit clearer. There's still, I mean, I hope you can see it, there is still a slew of razor clams. Do you know what I can see as well over there? Can you see what I'm seeing over there?
I see a brick.
I'm going to toddle towards this. There's actually two. Do you want to grab them?
Oh, bucky shells.
Yeah, and they're huge as well.
Yeah. There's some water in this one. Wow, that is big.
Just the water though.
Yeah.
No
just the
Mr.
water.
or Mrs.
Hello,
Bucky.
hello. No, nobody home. There's another one. Also, nobody home. Wow.
Yeah, the lights are on. But there's nobody here in said Bucky shells.
No.
Come on then. Watch yourself, you're going to get, I mean, it looks dry there. Well, it's not dry, but it doesn't look like the water's going to come up that far, but my guess is it will. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
More of this really huge, really thick glass. This stuff has been in the, I think this stuff's been on the beach and been in the water for a very, very long time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually really surprised that there's so much stuff here. I mean,
It's another Bucky shell, but it's knackered.
It's broken. Yeah, but in general, there's a lot of stuff here, and I've never seen that many shells before.
No, no indeed not. That's the thing, it's like, I mean, right here just now, you know, it's just sand, there's a few shells. But if I kind of rotate, even just looking at the ground here, you can just see the sheer quantity of these shells, particularly the razor clams really stand out. And there's a couple of my pals there, the crows. Now, back to the ground. You know, I don't think there's anything here. I think we need to go a bit further up the beach. What think you?
Yeah, well, I do need a couple of shells, but I'm not sure. Is it going to be a shell project, or is it going to be a Oh, a project. What is that?
That is the neck of a bottle.
Yes.
I'm going to say, like, it might have been a ginger beer bottle, or it could have also been like an ink filler bottle.
Yeah, like these.
Filler bottle.
Yeah, like these lovely stoneware bottles that we find at the bottle dump.
Yeah. Do you know there's a couple of other nice pieces here as well? There's a nice thick piece of glass right there, and there's a little bottleneck there as well. I'm going to pop them down beside that little piece of bottle, and we'll see if they look worth taking. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think they're both bottlenecks, so I think we'll take them. Seeing that we're having a hard time finding anything else.
Well, it's that time of day where it would probably be better if we were heading up that way, except for the fact that, whoa, you can see it's kind of bright. Now Nicole has just thrown an arm out in front of me, and for good reason.
Yeah. That might be one of the pieces that we could use to make a piece of jewellery with. It's a lovely piece of pottery, and it looks a little bit like the dark sky earlier.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, it would have to be black to quite capture the darkness in that sky. But that's a nice wee bit of pottery. It's really bright, in fact too bright I think, to be filming in this direction, but it's illuminating the glass for us. There's a beautiful piece of green here. I don't think that is quite good enough though. For what you're looking for a pendant. What do you reckon?
No, I think that might be craft quality. I mean, it's starting to get frosted, but it's not entirely frosted, and the edges are a little bit jagged. So I don't think I would use it. So sadly, we're going to leave that one here for the next 10-20 years.
There it goes. Back onto the beach with you. Now, we've got to have I mean, we'd always find sea glass here, we always find some nice sea glass. We have found a couple of nice bits.
Yeah.
But nothing really, oh, that's nice. We'll find a couple of things that are actually quite special. I should explain. Now, what about that?
Oh, that looks nice, does it? There's a line on the reverse there. Is that a striation line? Was it trapped?
I'm not sure.
So I think we're going to just pick it up and hold it against the light.
But the sun seems to be dipping behind some clouds, so I don't know if we're going to find anything else. But actually, it's a wee bit of a relief in my eyes. They've stopped streaming quite so much. What's that? Oh, do you know what? I think it's a teacup handle.
Oh, that's very cute though.
It is very cute, isn't it?
Yeah. That kind of looks like it wants to be in some sort of art project at some point.
We shall take it away from the beach then. Now, there's a big bottleneck that I think Nicole and I both spotted at the same time. I don't think we're going to take that. I don't think it's going to serve a lot of use for us. What do you reckon?
No, I don't think it will. It's certainly not going to become a pendant. So we might leave that one here and just look for another 5 minutes or so.
I think that's about as much as I can cope with as well in this wind. Now, just going to leave that behind. So if you fancy that, just pop along. That's where it's going to be. Now, can we find something a little bit extra special just to finish off our ad hoc last minute beach hunt? Not really seeing anything leaping out at me as we speak.
Yeah, no, I don't either. But you know, we did find that lovely marble earlier on, so maybe we can put that in one of our lockets, and I think that might make a really nice piece of jewelry.
Oh, look at that. You know, I thought that was, that's got to be like an HP sauce bottle, right?
Yeah,
just
probably.
looking at the corner there, the corner piece, that's really cool. Now, it's a bottle!
It certainly is.
It really is. It's a very cool bottom. It's a very angular bottom. The sun is really kind of just trying to run away from us just now.
Vanishing.
Yeah, it's hiding behind that cloud, but you know what? How beautiful is that though? Just check that out. What a day. We're going to leave that bottle home as well. We cannot make much use of it. So again, like the other piece, you know, if you like it, pop down. It's here at Leven Beach. Now, is it a jellyfish? Is it a bit of jellyfish?
No, but it looks like it has some texture on it. Let me try and pick that up. I'm going to put it here. No, it doesn't have texture on it. I think it's just broken and it's fractured.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's actually quite useful. You can really see the texture. The sun is in the right position, which is behind a cloud, not too bright and not too dark.
Yeah.
And you can really see those features that Nicole was talking about there, just with the light shining to it.
Yeah, it's kind of pretty in its own way.
What do you reckon? Do you want to take that?
Yeah, let's just take that and see.
Okay. Now, that's too sharp, I think.
Yeah, that's like a little shard, a splinter almost.
You wouldn't want to wear that around your neck. That's for sure. Now, there we go. See, we're actually starting to find things now. I don't know if it's because the sun's not blinding us, or quite what it is, but that's a wee bit of a jar. See that lid there?
Yeah.
See the lid?
Could have been like an old ginger jar.
A ginger jar, or another kind of jar.
Yeah.
Indeed. That could be a bit of the same jar, to be honest.
It could be, yeah. It certainly could be. There's nothing on this. It's quite big. Probably going to leave that here.
Okie dokies. Okay. Do you know, that's the water really starting to rush in this part of the beach as well now.
Yeah.
It's quite close to us at the back. So I think maybe now is the time to just take 5 minutes to have a wee look at our best finds of the day. And really quite chilly as well. Do you think we should have a wee look at our best finds of the day?
Yeah, let's do that. It's right down here.
Okie dokes. Now, I think best find of the day for me has to be that narwhal tusk. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's a very intriguing object. But I'm also very happy with all those bucky shells.
I'm going to go round here and I'm going to do a little round of the bucky shells.
That's the bucky shell music.
Bucky shells. That's the bucky shell song.
Yeah.
So it's very short and it only consists of 2 words.
Yeah.
Bucky shells. Right, there we go. So yeah, we've got quite a collection of really cool bucky shells there.
Yeah.
Favourite find of the day? What do you reckon?
I think it's probably in this little area there. There's that wee marble and those 2 pieces of pottery are probably the nicest pieces that we found today. Although this piece of sea glass next to it is also very nice.
Now, as nice as that cranberry glass is, it's not really usable in the shape that it's in as well. So I can see why you've opted for those finds. Those are very usable and very nice. Now, there's also a couple of wee shells in there for a wee project. So I think what we should do just now is we should gather them all up. You'll be seeing these later in the year in our vape special. But for the minute though, we'll get that and that cool narwhal tusk off the beach.
Yeah. We had a fantastic day here in Leven and we found so many amazing packing shells for the project in Antwerp. And now the sun is away and we need to go back to the car. It only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. An extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel, Etsy and doing coffee donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next week.